Jack, played by Scott Massillon, has the perfect family setup at the moment on EastEnders, having married Denise Fox, Diane Parrish, last year, which brought the two clans together. Between them, they have been raising 3 children, including Ricky, Frankie Day, his half-sister Amy Mitchell, Abby Burke, and their stepbrother, Raymond Dawkins, Michael Jose Palmer's colleagues. However, their dynamic could be torn apart when Sam, Kim Metcalfe, returns to the BBC soap later this year, as she is going to cause a lot of drama for a lot of different people. Could this be the storyline to throw Jack back into the action? When Ricky was first born, it was thought Ricky Butcher, Sid Owen, was the child's father until a DNA test confirmed he was Jack's son. The police detective lost contact with the youngster when Sam took him with her to go and live in Portugal with her brother, Grant Mitchell, Ross Kemp. Following the death of Peggy Mitchell, Barbara Windsor, in 2016, the young boy returned to the square to mourn the loss of his grandmother. Having not seen his boy for many years, Jack refused to meet him, but noting his mother wasn't giving him any attention, Ricky's father took some time to bond with his son. Seeing the father and son duo working so nicely together, Sam abandoned her child and returned to living abroad, having no contact with Ricky since. It was confirmed earlier this year Sam would be back, and with Ricky still living on the square with his father, a reunion is inevitable. Having got herself together and wanting to be a mother to her son, Sam could decide she is going to fight for him. At first, Jack could be hesitant for her to see their child if all she is going to do is walk away from him again in a few weeks' time. Sam could explain she is going to be sticking around for a while as she helps to rebuild the Mitchell empire, meaning she can make a lot of time for her boy. The mother of one would be less stringent than Jack has been with Ricky, and so she could hand everything he wants to him on a plate. Very quickly, Ricky could tell his father he wants to spend more time with Sam, as he knows she will be a lot more fun. Having spent so much time with her son upon her return, Sam could decide she wants to make things more official and could apply for custody. Not wanting to upset the apple cart, she could tell Jack she wants joint custody so they can both spend time with their son. Worried she is just going to up and leave, potentially with his son in tow, Jack could refuse to let this agreement happen. However, meaning business, his former lover could tell him they will let the courts decide, and she is willing to play dirty to get Ricky back. Although Jack has a lot of ammunition he could use on Sam, she could have just as much dirt to bring up on him if he pushes the wrong buttons. He desperately wants to be a father to his son, but worrying about other aspects of his life being disrupted, he could admit defeat. Jack knows some of the dirt could see him lose his job and access to his other children, which would be heartbreaking. Since the death of Ronnie Mitchell, Samantha Womack, Ricky and Amy have been 2 things that have been consistent in his life. Speaking at the time of Ronnie's death, the actor who plays Jack, Scott, said the children are incredibly important to him. How well do you know your British soaps? How many times has Ian Beale been married in EastEnders? What is the name of Bianca Jackson and Ricky Butcher's son on EastEnders? On EastEnders in 2002, who accidentally ran Jamie Mitchell over in his car, which caused his death? How many times has Corey's Steve MacDonald been married? What happened to Emily Bishop in Coronation Street? Who murdered Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street in 2003? Which incident in 1993 killed off 4 characters in Emmerdale? When did the show stop being known as Emmerdale Farm? On what day did Hollyoaks air its first episode? What was the name of the much-loved Coronation Street pet dog who was put down in April 2020 after 14 years? 1996 saw the arrival of one of Hollyoaks' all-time bad boys and rival, a Kurt Benson, but who is he? Who is the longest-serving character on Coronation Street? Who shot Phil in EastEnders? How many fires have there been at Corey's Rover's return? Get out of my pub. You're no soaps fan. You're either too young to remember the big lines or have better things to do on weekday evenings. Casual viewer, you watch them sometimes so you kinda know what's been going on. Die-hard fan, you love watching the soaps so much your entire week is planned around when they air. The soap star said, they are found it hard to accept the fact that Ronnie and Roxy, Rita Simons, are gone forever. He kept having to explain it to them, and that was really painful. It will take them all a long time to come to terms with what happened. Jack will never get over it. He will just have to learn to live with it, he said, and with Ricky helping him through his grief, he wants the boy to be by his side. Losing contact with Ricky would be a massive blow. So will Jack's happiness crumble away as he becomes distant? The actress who plays Sam, Kim, is coming back 17 years after she was last in the role and has spoken about the drama her character will be involved in. Kim explained, when the BBC approached me last year to reprise the role of Sam, I was thrilled. She's a brilliant character and I can't wait to get back in the square this spring and work with the amazing cast of both familiar and new faces. Head of continuing drama at the BBC, Kate Oates, added, with Phil potentially facing a long spell inside, Sam arrives back in Walford ready to take what she sees as her rightful place in the Mitchell empire. But with strong grudges against Kat, Sharon, Jack, and Denise, to name but a few, her return is guaranteed to be explosive.